Every weekend, I look forward to getting out there. It's a freedom like no other. It's part of who I am. If you ride, you know what I mean. That's why I insure with Shannons. They get it. They share our passion and give us the features riders want, like limited use cover and multi-vehicle discounts. Shannons insure all types of road bikes, not just classics. Whatever you ride, ride with Shannons.
Call 134646 for a quote.
Rare Spares has over 50,000 product lines and releases over 500 new products every year. Your local Rare Spares distributor has what you need when you need it. And as the only restoration company officially backed by Holden and Ford, we take our part in your project very seriously. Rare Spares, more than just a part in your project.
Good evening, sim racing fans, and welcome to your Thursday night broadcast here on SRW TV. Before we get this show underway and the racing here this evening, we do want to take a moment's silence in respect to Wayne Edwards. He lost his father this week, so this lap right now that you can see our drivers are on is to show respects for Wayne, his team, and of course his family.
Welcome everyone. Thank you very much. We understand there's a bit of a silence there, so for those that just rocking up now, we're just having a little bit of a parade lap for Rain Everidge's father, who unfortunately passed away early in the week. But it's good to see everyone out there showing some respect and a bit of silence as well on the track. So that is the reason why that we went straight into practice without saying anything. But welcome to round 6 of the Nurburgring for the Shannons National GR86s. It's going to be an awesome night here. I'm Tyler Sheaf, and with me as well is the major host, Nathan Chibi Howard. How you going, mate? I know. So it sounds like there's technical. Yeah, it's a little bit of dramas at the moment, but we've got to keep it nice and clean as possible. But I will be your voice for the time being, and you just see there's a couple new drivers tonight that has joined us on board for this. Which first one is Vic Ben Velden. That's a difficult name to pronounce, but he is one driver that is jumped in. He will be an AM driver for tonight. And the other driver that has jumped in for tonight as well is Braden Martin. So he has raced a couple of series as well in the SRW league. So he has jumped straight into the pros for this league. So he's got a tough task ahead of him to compete against a lot of quick drivers tonight. So currently it is a 10-minute qualifying. Roughly 10 laps, but they will not get 10 laps. The quickest time I've seen so far is a 2-minute 18.6 in practice. So even with the really clean lap, they're likely to get 4 laps. So off tracks will be very critical at the moment in qualifying. I'm intrigued to see who's going to be quickest here. ShiBBy just working in the background, so you're just going to be dealing with my voice until he can chime in. But it's a very promising night tonight. We've seen 30 plus cars joining once again, so thank you everyone that has joined us week in, week out. I know that not everyone can make it every week, but to have 30 plus races every night for the G86 is pretty awesome to see. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the next 3 weeks are like. But we see on screen Dylan DeBono trying to set his quick lap at the moment. So unfortunately it's only 3.5 minutes gone at the moment, and most of these drivers are just setting out their first lap now. So it's very important to make sure that they keep on the track and not gain an off track, because you're only going to get 3 to 4 laps approximately, depending on your pace.
Well, they better pick up their pace, shouldn't they, Sheafy?
Definitely should. It's a very long track. We were here last night for the Shannons F3, and that was very interesting as well. So these guys were doing high 1 minute 40s, if not in the 50s. So it's a very, very demanding track, and surprisingly, the GR86 has got a bit of a battle ahead of each other. So at the moment, you see the 25 car of Jamie Christensen. He's currently P2 in the championship. He's trailing behind Sam Katakazunis. He retook the lead after last week. So
He's on 3 purples at the moment too.
Yeah, he's on 3 purples. So he's definitely trying to redeem himself after a very unfortunate week last week. But in saying that as well, Dylan DeBono has picked up his pace even more and caught up to the top 2 drivers as well, now currently in P3. He's definitely aiming to put a challenge out there on the grid. So just watching Jamie coming around the last corner now, it will be interesting to see what he gets. At the moment, Jack Gronwald is the quickest with a 2:19.7, and Jamie just absolutely smashed it with a 2:18.5. That is 2/10 quicker than his practice time. But in saying that though, the temperature is roughly 4 to 5 degrees lower, so it's good to see that these boys can just rack out a quick time in their very first lap.
Goes, mate. The times are starting to flow in. Dylan DeMono's slot himself up into P3. Can't see it on the broadcast, but I promise you that is correct.
I'm definitely looking forward to see the competitive battle as well. We've got Jack Grunwald as well. He's up there in the top 10 in the points and currently P2 at the moment in qualifying. So he's definitely a man to be a challenger out there on the grid. At the moment, the quickest AM driver is Dan Patrice with a 220.3. So he's doing a really good job competing against the big boys at the moment with McHenry and Gowans following behind him. The leader of the AMs is Curtis Jackson, who's currently in P7 overall at the moment. And Matthew Feely-Taylor is very quick at the moment for a rookie up in P8. So he definitely shows some good pace today, and I believe he has a massive helping hand tonight as well with him to up his pace tonight. It's definitely good to see these boys out there challenging. At the moment, Dan Patrice is out there, and then we've got the lock-on lads as well. Oh, not locked on, show. That is the Maverick drivers.
Maverick Sim Sports.
Yeah, Sim Sports, yep. Ooh, a little bit of sand there. I wouldn't be surprised if that was a 1X there, which is very unfortunate for him. This lap will not count, and he will have to wait for the next lap to count. At the moment, it is under 4 minutes to go, so depending where you are out on the track, you might be able to get 2 laps in. If you're very unlucky, you're only going to get 1. So once that 10-minute timer ticks over, that will be up and over for these boys out there tonight. Be interesting to see who can try and squeeze Jamie Christensen. Once again, it's just gone quicker. It's a 2:18.426. Braden Martin, who had joined the pro rank in his first night out in the 86s, he's got a 2:19.565. So he's showing some really good pace at the moment and competing against the likes of Jack and Dylan out there at the moment as well. I definitely do feel sorry for a few drivers out there. This track will be a massive tow track, long straights everywhere. So unfortunately, they cannot rely on the tow, even though they really want to try and drag their times through. As we see, David Gallo put in a better time, Mark Turner put in a good time, same thing Hodgkinson as well. So Mark Cochran as well put in a 2:20.2. So he squeezed into the top 5 and the quickest for AMS at the moment. And it's going to be very interesting to see what happens at the moment. A few other drivers as well picking up some pace. Ryan Green was a 2:21.4, just beating out Dawn Baldini and Matthew Gerard currently. So we also got a little bit further back as well. Last week's winner of Steven Sinkovich. Podium get off Salsay. It's a little bit further back, but he's currently P2 in the rookie class. And then we've got Ty Delaney in the AM as well, behind him as well. So he'd definitely be trying to work on some pace. But there's a few drivers out there that haven't put in a lap time at all. With the likes of Sam Katakazunas, who is the leader. Oh, actually, just talking about the devil, he just put in a time of 2:20.8, so that just squeezed him up to P12 on the grid. So looks like he's had a very tough qualifying, and that will be the last of his laps because it's only 20 seconds to go. But to get into P12, he's only 2 spots away from invert top 10 for the second heat. So very intrigued to see if anyone else can squeeze in better lap times coming across the line. I see Curtis Jackson just coming across the finish line, and he also improved as well, up to P8 with a 2:20.2, and just bet the time as well. So done a really awesome job to do that. So with Jamie Christensen absolutely smashing the pack by almost a whole second with a 2:18.426 for pole position. So congratulations for him. That now adds on to a couple more of pole positions early in the season. Braden Martin P2, so his first race in the G86 for season 4, and he's already showed some dominance on the track as well. So P2, well done for Martin. P3 with Jack Grunwald with a 2:19.7, followed by Dylan DeBono in P4. And John McHenry rounded out the top 5 in the unfortunately just missed out on the 19-second mark, followed by Dan Bartus, who is in the AMS and P6, so congratulations to him on that. Mark Cochran, Curtis Jackson, David Gallo and Mark Turner round out the top 10. So followed by that is Callum Hodgkinson up in P11. Doug Gowans up in P12. He definitely was not comfortable out there for qualifying. Sam Katakazunas in P13, followed by Matthew Taylor, the quickest of the rookies, in P14. Cameron Edwards, Ryan Green, followed behind them is Daniel Baldini and Matty Gerard. Peter Wilkinson in P19 and Daniel Winrow rounded out the top 20. Followed by that is Steven Sinkovich in P21. Ty Delaney in P22. Newcomer and AM driver Vic is in P23. Ryan Everidge and David Simmons in 24th and 25th respectively. The last to put a lap time out was Kevin Wakefield in P26. So there's a few drivers out there as well that didn't put a lap time in, but we'll hopefully see out on the grid is Daniel Byrne from the Kitten Motorsport, Tim Korn, Andrew Lydon, and we have gone with as well. Oh, that's gone very quick. We already got green light, ladies and gentlemen. So used to the volume starts. And to see, there's a beautiful launch from the lead of Jamie Christensen, just maintaining his lead coming to turn 1. Doing a really good, phenomenal job with that. There's a massive group of cars tonight, so making sure they don't make a mistake, because they will lose a lot of time. This is a massive track, so it's going to be very hard to catch up. Jack Grunwald in P2 is doing a really good job, had a really good start as well, gaining ahead of Braden Martin, and Dylan DeBono still in P4, so the battle was on everywhere. Just Curtis Jackson as well, got a fair bit of challenge behind him as well, with Mark Cochran and a few other drivers as well, so it's going to be very interesting to see if they can maintain the position under a lot of pressure. So it's very interesting to see what happens here through the whole grid. A lot of drivers going up and down a little bit at the moment, but it's good to see them turning up to around 6 at the Nurburgring. A lot of challenges out there. You see a few cars going side by side, just trying to make sure they don't go off track or make contact with the cars next to them, but they're doing a really good job keeping it nice and clean. I have not heard any incidents so far, which is a good sign tonight. There'll be approximately 8.5 laps worth of racing, so I would say 8 will be the magic number. They don't have to worry about fuel, they do not have to worry about tyres. 20-minute sprints, that's all they have to worry about. Keeping it nice and clean. You can see the battle here between the two cars going side by side, coming to the next corner, and they're keeping it nice and clean here through the chicane. Brilliant there, keeping it nice and clean down Patus. But there's a few more drivers right behind as well. See, Kitten car trying to make an inside, and that is, I believe, is Callum Hodgkinson as well. Going to the last corner, just go a little bit further down in the grid. There's a lot of cars just going side by side, but following through, keeping it nice and clean. Really good to see the Kitten car here, just trying to make it onto the inside of turn 1, making a move on the crisscross racing. Coming very close in here. It's a very difficult turn 1. There is a dip at the apex, so it's not really comfortable, so you can look to the rear and turn around very easily to see. These boys are keeping it nice and clean out there, making sure they do not make a mistake. You see Sam Katakazunas all over the Kitten Motorsport. Okay, a little bit further back, you see the Lightning McQueen paintwork with Ty Delaney in the battle pack as well, with a few other drivers as well. It's good to see that they're keeping it nice and clean, these guys, and that, gotta say, they're finally starting to learn how to race side by side with a few people now with a massive crowd, so it's good to see the improvements along the way. But these guys here going through a massive battle at the moment. Sam Catacadin's a little bit further back than expected. I see Doug Gowans as well up there for a championship battle, but he has fallen behind at the start of this race as well, so he's not where he wants to be. But this battle is all hectic right here. Just to see Ty Delaney in the Lightning McQueen 95 car stuck in a sandwich with the locked on lads. So he's trying to keep it nice and clean there. If you see Matthew Feely-Taylor as well, just a little bit further ahead of him as well in the rookie class, doing a really good job keeping it nice and clean. So this is a massive task for the boys out here to try and battle out and just try and capitalise. It's not a very easy track to overtake. Unfortunately, you do not get much corner exit speed, but if you get a really good draft, you should be able to make a move coming to the next corner, depending on where you are in the track. You see, just the locked on lads just trying to make it a bit of a defending there. You see, just a little bit further ahead, Jack and Dylan DeBono battling out coming to the last corner. Dylan lost out to Jack, so Jack done a really good job defending his position, but Dylan's all over the back of him now. Got a fair bit of draft on him as well. We've got the locked on lad of John McHenry as well. Try to make the best he can to make a move on the both of them, but Dylan DeBono had pulled out and onto the inside coming to turn one of Jack. It will be interesting to see how this goes here. It's going to be nice and tight. Dylan just held way too much speed in there, but somehow kept it on the track and done a really good job there. And Jack also did the right thing as well. Tried not to make any contact there, so unfortunately for Jack, he's got a lot of pressure now, because not only did he lose the spot to Dylan, he's got to try and maintain pace with him. He also got the locked on lad right behind him as well, and not only that, but the newcomer of Martin as well in the battle pack. It's good to see the battle is thick and thin everywhere that we look through the grid. At the moment, the quickest for the rookie is Matthew Feely-Taylor. Coming a little bit further back, battling out with a few other drivers, but Jamie Christus is already over 5 seconds ahead of the leader, which is phenomenal when you think about it. Go a little bit further back into the grid here. See a small battle pack as well, with the 66 and 31 leading the way of a few other drivers. I see Mark Turner trying to make a move from Callum Hodgkinson, but he's got to be really careful here, because he does got a few challenges behind him as well, just opening up a door just for them to overtake. But they're doing a really good job here, keeping it nice and clean. You see Mark Cochran just all over the back with the Maverick Sim Black car, just trying to make his way through, but unfortunately the door hasn't opened yet. You see Callum Hodgkinson's gone a little bit wide there and left the door open for Mark Turner to make a move, and he's done it, and the Maverick driver also followed through as well, pinching the position as well. So unfortunately Callum Hodgkinson's got a lot of trouble on his hand, just got a little bit hot in that corner there, but maintained in front of Mark Cochran. So well done for those two boys, keeping it nice and clean. That could have been really dirty, but they kept it very clean coming to the last corner now. Going to be very interesting to see who gets a really good exit, but very good racing there. Do we see different lines there? There's a few, just so many cars there out there on the track. It looks so beautiful with all different colours. It's a really good battle at the moment, with everyone side by side coming to the turn one. He's gone for the outside move, Doug Gowan, but way too much speed there, and unfortunately he missed out an opportunity of overtaking and going further ahead in the grid. But Mark Cochran did a really good job there defending his line. Was coming over ahead of him right now. A lot of battling out there. As I say, the leader is creeping away way too much. Jamie Christensen just being way too dominant at the moment. But this is a hectic battle pack right now. Callum Hodgkinson is ahead of him in P10. That is the last invert position, so it is very critical for these drivers to get ahead because it will be a massive advantage for heat number 2. And we just jump on board. You can just see on the cockpit, nice, beautiful, clean view of Jamie Christensen doing a phenomenal job keeping the lead. Just, yeah, phenomenal drive so far for Jamie Christensen, just keeping a dominant lead right now. Is almost at the 6-second mark, with Dylan De Bono followed behind him with a couple more of the battle packs with Jack Ronald, John McHenry and Braden Martin in that battle for the podium position. Dan Patus is the lead at the moment for the AM drivers. And then Sam Katakazunas currently up P7, so he's gone up 6 positions so far, so he knows that Jamie Christensen being up there in the lead, it will take some very handy points to try and reduce the lead of the championship. But Sam doing a really good job to recover a few more points out there on the grid. Yeah, there's a lot of battles out there at the I think they have a few issues with technical difficulties, but it's good to see that everyone else is still out there battling out at the moment. As we go through, now we're on to lap number 5. We are 12 minutes into the race, if I'm correct. If not, it might be halfway through the race at the moment. So the battle is all good. We'll do the best we can at the moment. As we see Sam Katakazunas battling out with the car ahead of him. He definitely wants to make another move on Dan Patus, get some extra valuable points. But Dan Patus is a massive skillful driver. On his good days, he can definitely fight against the pro. You see Sam just trying to make a move, coming onto the outside of Dan. And side by side along the way, Dan done a really good job keeping it, and unfortunately Sam just got a little bit wide, but he maintained a lot of speed and actually got ahead of Dan Patus. So brilliant move, brilliant battle between the two drivers there, and just really class. Just Sam just moving up another position up to P6 and on his way to try and catch up to the field ahead of him. Yeah, there's a lot of battles along the way. Sam Katakazunas is currently the leader in the championship. He definitely wants to make amends from his qualifying. To see the battle pack ahead of him, the 4 cars battling out for P2, 3, 4 and 5. It's very hectic ahead, and that will allow the likes of Katakazunas and Patus to catch up. Go a little bit further back, we see Curtis Jackson out there on the screen battling out, trying to get ahead of Mark Turner, but Mark Turner has showed he can be very skillful on the track, but unfortunately lost out a fair bit of positions there, just going a little bit too deep into the corner, which allowed Cam Everidge and everyone else to go past and over the pit lane as well. So that's a massive mistake there, losing multiple positions, just going into the chicane, and unfortunately now he has to do all the hard work all over again with a few drivers around. You see and Doug Gowan just pulling out, and Callum Hodgkinson just trying to go to the inside line into turn 1. Just made it really nice and clean and smooth here. And just unfortunately just couldn't get it to stick, and Callum Hodgkinson did a really awesome job just beating him out there. As you see Curtis Jackson just try to sneak past Doug Gowan now. He's got the inside line, but he's got the outside in the next one, but it looks like Doug Gowan just unfortunately lost a fair bit of room on the track and had to slow down a little bit, which allowed Curtis Jackson to gain another position, and that probably allowed Mark Cochran as well to make a move, and he has done it too on Doug Gowan. So very costly battles there, which just make one slight error and you lose multiple positions. Just on board with Doug at the moment to try and capitalise one more position, made the move stick, so he's got back ahead of Mark Cochran, but Mark is definitely not letting go at the moment. He's doing a really good job. Side by side, just trying his best to get back ahead, but Doug Gowan just made a brilliant defending move there and maintained the position to just jump ahead. Dylan DeBono, Jack Ronrold. We also got Braden Martin as well, and not only that, John McHenry, last season champion. All over each other. They're just battling out for the last podium positions. See Sam Catacazins and Dan Patu just a little bit further back trying to catch up. With a jump on board with Jack Ronrold on the rear of Dylan DeBono. These two have been battling out for podiums for a lot of races so far this season. Jack decided to go on the outside of the chicane, but decided to back out a bit. And unfortunately that didn't stick, which allowed John McHenry to pinch P4 away from him. He's done a really good job there to capitalise on a mistake. But the battle for P2 is just fasten up now, because you see Dan Fatouche and Sam Catacazins just creeping even more closer to each other. So I definitely know that Dylan DeBono is not enjoying the drivers behind him towing off the car. You'd rather be out there by himself to try and catch up to Jamie Christensen, but he has taken almost a 12-second advantage. So it just proves how crucial it is just to get some clear air. You can gain a lot of time out there. So Jamie just shown how critical it is to get away from the pack, and just doing a really good job. And just once again doing another Sunday cruise. He put a lot of hours into these cars, so I'm not surprised that he can put some stellar results out here, but he's doing a really good job maintaining the lead. He definitely wants to get back into the championship contender, or back into P1 shall I say. He is the championship contender. He was Season 2 champion, so with Season 2 and Season 3 champions out there, he definitely wants to make sure that he proves that he is the stronger driver in the grid so far for Season 4. All good, just no, all good, mate. We have Doug Gowan battling out with Mark Cochran. Everyone that he can drive against the pro drivers as well on his happy days. Unfortunately, just looking at the battle right now, just can't get close enough to Doug, but he knows that if he can put him under pressure, he can make Doug lose a position. He's definitely not comfortable at all. You can see it's coming around another corner right here. Mark Cochran just trying to maintain position, but Doug Gowan's slowly getting a better tow, which is allowing him to pull away. Callum Hodgkinson now will have a bit more pressure on him, with Doug Gowan being a very quick, experienced driver. He's coming into the last corner now. Doug thought about it, but he thought, why not stay in the slipstream and try and gain some more time coming into turn 1. We have seen him use the slipstream coming into turn 1 multiple times so far this race, but unfortunately he hasn't capitalised on it much. He just hasn't gained that much time so far, and he decided just to stick behind Callum. Try to go for a bit of a crisscross move. A little bit of a touchdown, unfortunately, but Callum has maintained ahead of him, but that allowed Mark Cochran to try and catch up as well. But he's done a really good job. He's got a lot on his hand. 2 experienced drivers ahead of him, just trying to make the battle work out. And just unfortunately, Doug Gowan shut the door on him very quickly, so he has to continue working on trying to get that position back. But he's doing an awesome job though. As you see, I see Jamie Christensen drop down 3 seconds, so he looks like he's slowed down a little bit just to make sure that he keeps it nice and clean out there. But Dylan DeBono, Jack Gronwald and John McHenry, followed by Braden Martin, still battling out for the podium positions. James Catacazins and Dan Patous trying to catch up a bit. Just see on the screen, just in Dougie Gowan just unfortunately had a bit of a spin, which allowed Mark Cochran to get ahead of him on the field. So a lot of persistence from Mark Cochran finally rewarded him a position, and that makes an unfortunate mistake for Doug Gowans, which lost a few positions, and now it's looks like it's Matthew Feely Taylor that just got ahead of him. So unfortunately lost a lot of position. Now he's under pressure with other drivers around him, which is not what he wants. All good. It looked good on the stream, mate. I've got the YouTubes up. You're all good.
I can see it there as well, ShiBBy. I saw your call out before there, and
Yeah, I think we could blame Optus. I believe ever since they gone down, everyone's internet is having dramas. So I put the blame on Optus so far. My internet hasn't been the best ever since they have gone down, but the battle is out there at the moment still for P2. Dylan DeBono still battling out. He's still got, I believe, 1 lap to go, so this should be the final lap from my understanding. Jamie Christensen got a really demanding lead. Dylan DeBono still battling out with the likes of Gronwell, McHenry and Martin as well. With Sam Katakuzunas and Dan Patouche just trailing behind him a little bit more than likely, so the battle for P2 is definitely on. And to see a little bit further back in the grid, we see it locked on, back onto locked on lad now. He's got Braden Martin all over him. Braden Martin, this is his first race in G86s, but already proved that he has a lot of pace in these cars. Fighting for podium position at the moment, just trying to put John McHenry under a lot of pressure. But John McHenry is a very skillful driver, just picked the right line, just making sure he defends really well. But Jackie, he's got 2 decisions to make. It's whether to try and make a move and gain up to P2 against Dylan DeBono, or try to defend for P3 with John McHenry, Braden Martin behind. All it takes is one slight mistake and he's lost it all, so it's a very, very critical battle at the moment for the podium positions and also for the championship as well, because these lads here will be fighting for position. That's what we see. Oh no, I've just seen massive contact between Jack Grunwald and John McHenry. Oh, not John McHenry, Braden Martin. Just unfortunately just gone a little bit too hot, and now he's just gone further back down the grid. But this is the checkered flag. Jack Grunwald pinches P2 of Dylan DeBono, with Braden Martin just finishing in P4. So that is massive, massive gain for Jack. He would be very happy with that. Dylan DeBono would be still happy with the podium position, but Braden Martin, first race out and finished P4, so well done for him. Dan Katakuzunas in P5 up 8 positions, so he'll be very stoked with that, reducing the points lost to Jamie Christensen, the winner of heat number 1. Dan Patouche was the leader for the AMs in P6 overall, so he'll be very stoked with that result, followed by John McHenry, which unfortunately lost a few positions after that last lap incident. Mark Turner in P8, David Gallo in P9, and Cameron Everidge rounding out the top 10. So these drivers that I just named will be inverted. So Cameron Everidge and David Gallo will be on the front row for the next race. Mark Cochran did an awesome job finishing in P11, followed by Callum Hodgkinson in P12. Matty Gerard up 5 positions in P13, followed by Daniel Baldini in P14. Nathan Kane up 17 positions in P15, followed by Ty Delaney in the 95 Lightning McQueen car. Curtis Jackson unfortunately dropped a little bit further down in the pack in P17, with Wayne Everidge in P18 and the leader for the rookie class. Matthew Feely Taylor was P19, followed by Peter Wilkinson rounding out the top 20. With that there, we also got Kevin Wakefield as well in P21, followed by Stephen Sinkovich in P22. Ryan Green finished in P23, followed by Doug Gowans, who had a bit of a rough start for the night, down 12 positions in P24. David Simmons finished and started in P25, followed by Daniel Winrow in P26. Greggy Johnston up 7 positions in P27, followed by Vic Ben Valden in P28. Brandon Soper was in P29, and rounding out the grid of finishes was Cam Hardwick in P30. The rest of the drivers are either safety cars or unfortunately just didn't go out there in heat number 1, but hopefully they do come back in heat number 2. As we see now, we can show you the grids out there. We see Cam Edwards is on pole position with David Gallo next to him, so the kitten racing, they will try and capitalise on the front row position. We know the kitten can be very demanding on track, and he'll be definitely wanting a podium position for tonight at the Nurburgring. Mark Turner and John McHenry as well in P3 and 4, with Dan Petus and Sam Katakazunas in P6. Braden Martin and Dylan DeBono in P7 and 8, followed by Jack Grunwald and Jamie Christensen rounding out the top 10. It is a standing start tonight, so that was a very big surprise. Unfortunately, I forgot there was a bit of a change that slipped through my mind as we were going through the grid in heat number 1. But we are not doing a rolling start tonight, we are doing a standing grid, so hopefully these drivers along the week practice their standing starts. We know a few drivers capitalised on it, especially Jamie Christensen, who just drove away very, very quickly in heat number 1, but we are gridding up for heat number 2 and almost ready to go.
Thanks for holding up the fort, Sheafy. Hopefully we should be back to usual broadcasting. Not sure what was going on, but I'm having some issues here behind the scenes and nothing wants to go my way. Thanks for dropping in, Cowie.
All good, boys.
I don't
Sounds
know
like
if
you've
it's
got it
gonna
under control.
Well, I don't know, because SDK just appeared again after not working for the last 20 minutes, so...
I did see the stream was up there, buddy, and the boys were watching it, so I think it got a little bit blurry there at times, but at least it went through, man. So
yeah, now it looks like
it's looking good now.
I've got some SDK control back again. I can move cameras. We've got a timing table. So let's hope for the best as we head into our second race here tonight for round 6 of the Shannons Toyota GR86 Nationals here in 2023. Thanks to Warren and Brown Tools. Sheafy, you have done a cracker of a job, mate.
Enjoy the call, boys. The viewers are all back. I'll leave you to it.
Yeah, thanks for dropping in, Cowie, mate. Appreciate it.
Cheers, buddy. Kicking butt, Tyler. So don't worry about it, buddy. He's awesome. Yeah. Sounded good, man.
We are gridded and we are off and racing. Cameron Edwards gets a great start off the hole. Sam Kataksunas, David Gallo falling through the field there, dropping back 3 positions. McHenry making some great moves down to that first turn, up 2 positions already. Let's see how well my voice can carry. Kataksunas now falling through the field even more. Christensen up 4 positions. Great start. Great start by all the drivers, because Kataksunas again dropping another position. Watching these battles as we get round through the 3rd corner now. Oh, we have a timing teller.
All good, mate, all good. As you see, Dylan DeBono is still stuck in P8, so unfortunately he didn't capitalise on the standing start, but Sam Katakazunas, I believe that he might be a little bit frustrated at the moment, losing all the positions. He was in a very good positions to get himself up there, but now he's got to work his heart out all over again to try and regain those positions that he's lost. But Jamie Christensen just doing a phenomenal job, putting a lot of pressure already on the drivers ahead of him, and he's just almost gained P5 already, which is absolutely phenomenal.
Side by side with Petus right now. Sheafy, this is going to get dicey. Look how close the cars are in behind him as well. That's Christensen, Groenwald, Batouche, De Bono. This is all off the back of John McHenry's car, sitting in at provisional P4. That is a awesome looking train, Sheafy. Awesome.
It definitely is. And see, John McHenry got a lot of pressure. Jamie Christensen is saying, hello, I'm here. I want this championship right here, right now. But John McHenry's doing a really good job defending his position. But Jamie's just gone to try and make a move on the inside coming into the bus stop. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out here. And John McHenry allowed him ahead, but it also allowed Jack ahead as well for a time being as well. So he lost 2 positions going into the bus stop there.
And now look behind him, mate. 3 wide. Batouche, De Bono, Hodgkinson. Keep it clean, lads. Batouche is going to come out better there. There's contact in the rear with a locked-on lads car and a crisscross racing car. The crisscross racing car has been turned. That is Callum
so
Hodgkinson. That is very unfortunate. Drop back a little bit further. Ty Delaney and the Rust Ease Lightning McQueen battling it out with Mr. Grandpa Gowans. No, sorry, with David Simmons in behind him. Grandpa Gowans got a pretty good gap out ahead of them, and then Peter Wilkinson another second in front of Grandpa Gowans. So the back of this pack is sort of spread out, but Edwards and Wakefield are going to put on a show here. And we don't have the updated trading paints, as if you did miss at the start, we had a lap of honour in respect for Wayne Edwards' dad this evening. But Edwards out there giving it his best, battling it out with Wakefield and Feely Taylor as they go side by side.
And the battle was definitely on here further down in the pack. It was just seeing Matthew Feely Taylor just trying to make a move on Kevin Wakefield, but that didn't work. So Wakefield done a really good job picking the right line, but there's battles on everywhere. Steven Sinkovic as well is in the battle, moving on ahead of him as well. So he's doing a really good job, and he's enjoying it. We see Dougie Gowans again around in the same corner as the previous race. So this allows all these lads right here to gain an extra position. So
we're going to jump back up to the front now. Sheafy, sorry to cut you up, but Mark Turner Christensen is taking another number, and he is now up 8 positions from gridding. He is absolutely on fire and coming for Cam Edwards right now. It's not going to be long until he's right on the back of Edwards, and there it is. This will be the final position he needs to take. Oh, something's happened in the back. Batouche and Katakazunas are off.
Yeah, unfortunately, there was a little bit of love tapping in the rear there, coming to the stop, so that's very unfortunate for those 2 drivers. And see Steven Sinkovic going out the bus stop with a lot of pressure behind him with Wayne Edwards. 2 cars behind, trying to make a little bit of a difference here, coming to the last corner. But it's a very tricky corner. You can't have too much speed, otherwise you'll be in the sand trap. So, but you can't lose too much speed because you want as much draft as possible to set up into turn 1. See, Jamie Christensen is all over the back of Cam Edwards, trying to make a lead change, and he has almost done it.
Look at that Cam line he's taking. See how wide he took those corners while Cam was taking a shorter inside line. It really does show the pace that Edwards has in these cars. But look behind, Groenwald putting the nose out now on Mark Turner. Mark Turner and Groenwald are going to want to get around Cam Edwards as well. That was a big inside tap by Mark Turner there, and that has spun Cam Edwards. I think that's also checked up a lot of the drivers coming around that corner as well. Could be big repercussions for that driver. We will leave that up to race control, but definitely didn't look neat on my end.
Yeah, very unfortunate there to see David Gallo trying to fight for a podium position. We know the Kittens Racing are very dominant in the Formula 3, and it's good to see them out there in the G86s. They're starting to get used to close to the racing. You know, they're used to the open wheel car, but with the locked-on of John McHenry ahead, you definitely got a massive task to try and get a podium position, because these 3 fellas ahead of him are very experienced in the G86s and very quick on the day.
Yeah, they definitely are, but I think we can't count anybody out yet. As it's still anybody's race. We are only just shy of halfway through Heat 2. One more race to go after this one, and everybody is still battling for tooth and nail. Really solid driving here for Braden Martin. Trying to chase down... Oh, pit stops could be drive-through penalties. That is a interesting spot for a pit stop.
Yeah, it's very bizarre that they both got into the pits. I haven't heard or seen anything about it, so I think Braden Martin was the only one with the black flag. So to see the other car go in as well, it's very bizarre.
I think it's because I've changed settings in SDK to try and get it to work, that race control now don't have access to race control chat, so we'll see what happens. I'm going to try and put back the old settings and see if it continues to work. Hopefully if race control are listening, they'll get those messages through as we see Greggy Johnston try and stick it down the inside of Matty Gerard there on turn 1. Was feeling lucky, I think, with that beautiful looking Mo for Movember on the front of that 86 there. Ty Delaney doing extremely well in the Lightning McQueen Mobile. Battling it out with Peter Wilkinson, though, here for Locked On Lads, who's actually up 8 positions. Delaney up 5, so they're both in a really good spot. Katakasunas is 3 seconds off in front of them, and that would get them into the top 10. Speaking of Katakasunas, he is on the back of Batouche right now, trying to take that P9 spot.
Yeah, Sam definitely trying to reclaim a few positions. Unfortunately, lost from the get-go, but Dan Batouche, as we saw from the previous race, he's definitely a very challenging driver to get past. He's quick on his day and just proving that he's got a lot of skill out there to match with the pros on his happy day. But look like Sam just tried to go on the outside there, but Dan said, no, I will take the outside line. So he's doing a really good job picking and shooting the correct line to maintain P10.
It's going to come down to the wire here with a lot of these battles, and the battle's still heading up the front as well with McHenry and Groenwald. Groenwald getting a much better run through there. John just dropping off from behind him, and now David Gallo hot on his tail, and that's Kitten's racing car there.
Yeah, very good to see the Kittens all over John McHenry. It's good to see that they have picked up a lot of pace over the season and just challenging for a podium position, which is a good thing to see in the pink and black car. Hopefully we'll see a couple more Kittens join us later in, but just see how close they were going to turn 1. It's got to be really careful. You see Dylan DeBono behind the both of them, you know, all it takes one mistake and both of them have lose a chance for a podium position early on. They're only halfway through the race, so it's a very costly mistake here at the Nurburgring. It is a 2 minute 40, or 2 minute 20, lap time out here on average. So, yeah, make one mistake and it's hard to catch up.
Speaking of lap times, mate, DeBono, right, behind Gallo and McHenry. So, McHenry's last lap was a 19.87, Gallo's a 19.81. DeBono's was an 18.52. So, he is really starting to close the gap and fast on the back of the two in front of him.
Yeah, definitely using the double toe is a massive benefit for him to try and catch up ahead. Currently was P3 leading into round 6 in the championship, so already having a P3 so far tonight, but Damien Christensen currently looking for a back-to-back win, so he's definitely extended his lead of Dylan DeBono. So unfortunately it's just a massive task to try and catch up because everyone around just so fast and very hard to overtake, because it's so skillful in defending their positions.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we're probably going to see, we've just skipped over the halfway mark here in Heat 2. We're probably going to see some overtaking maneuvers coming soon. Talking about how quick DeBono was closing that gap. He's already on the back of Gallo. So we will keep an eye on that battle as we jump back just a little bit to Mark Turner and Cameron Edwards. Edwards trying to battle away and try and make up some more of those spots. for that unfortunate contact they had earlier, which caused him to have a spin. So hopefully he can make up a few more spots. He's doing really well up in P7. The top three now really starting to put in as Christensen has just driven himself away to a full 5.5 second gap. This guy every week just shows the pace he has, and here comes the second, third, fourth, and fifth, all in a battle, 2 by 2, side by side, down into turn 1. Really wide corner, plenty of room for them to be able to do that. Gallo trying to defend from De Bono. De Bono got a great run. He got really pushed out wide. You can see the differences in the way they're taking these corners. And just watch to see who gets the better run, as Groenewald is now going to have to start defending from 4 different drivers.
Nah, it's important to keep it nice and clean here. All these drivers are in the invert for the top 5 for heat number 3, so basically if you finish P1, just finish P5, you start P1 in the next race. So if you lose a position, you rather keep it nice and safe and try not to lose anymore. But just a battle on to see Dylan De Bono once again trying to sneak out to make a pass on the Kittens Racing, but couldn't capitalise on that, so he's all over the bump of him.
Yeah, speaking about all over the bumpers, mate, Braden Martin is all over the bumper of Peter Wilkinson in that locked-on lad machine. Martin down the inside now. Will he get it turned in? He's got a really good run there. He will. What a great move there. Peter Wilkinson will drop back, nearly losing another spot to Delaney. Now Wilkinson's got to watch out for Delaney and Feely Taylor, who are hot on his tail as well. If these two don't battle too much, they'll be easily be able to take another position and get themselves close to that top 10 finish. I think we're going to see a move soon. De Bono's gotten around Gallo. We've missed it. We missed the move, but De Bono now going for McHenry. De Bono past McHenry. He's driven his way up 5 spots. Caught the back of this front pack so quick. He's only got Groenewald now to battle with to get a P2 finish.
Yeah, he was very, very lucky there that he allowed McHenry on the outside. That allowed him a massive advantage coming to the bus stop, which now just allowed David Gallo to try and make a move for P4. But it's all over the back of Jack now. You know, he's got a fair bit of toe coming to the corner, but turn 1's very difficult because if you take too much of it inside, your car will lift off the ground. So it's a very challenging first corner, but Dylan De Bono just sticking onto the inside of turn 2 of Jack and had a really good exit as well, which got him into P2 now, so that's a good thing to say. But Jack said, no, I will battle out again. He just pinched P2 very quickly in the next corner, so smart move from Jack, setting up the crisscross move, and unfortunately that unsettled Dylan De Bono coming out the exit of turn 3. Turn 4, shall I say, and you just got locked on, and the kid now all over the back, but oh no.
Oh, that was some close nose down the side there. That really got McHenry unsettled. Gallo is going to take the spot, though. I'll be interested to see if that was called in or not, as we were right on board as that happened. And unfortunately, that has dropped Mr. McHenry into his favourite spot of P5. Consistency wins championships, as we've seen, as Mr. John McHenry is the reigning defending champion with an average of P5 as a finishing spot for last season to take out the championship. Yeah,
definitely have a massive challenge to defend his title. As we see, Sham Katakadunas in P14, he did have a black flag, and I believe he served it, so that is why he's back a couple more positions. So he's got a massive task on his hand to try and get past with Rain Everett and keep Matty Gerard behind. Did a brilliant job to do it as well. Now gaining 14th position and trying to catch up the lead of the rookie class, Steven Sinkovich in P13.
Steven Sinkovich is in a battle?
Yeah. He's creeping up to the top 10, mate. He's only 3 cars
off.
He's
in P13. What a legend. Up 9 spots. The only Team SRW motorsports driver that's actually consistently racing this season. So solid work for Steven there. We do need to look at this battle, though, as Matty Gerard and Sam Katakasunis are trying to go at it with Wayne Edwards hot on their tail. Looks like they are going to close this gap on Sinkovic soon, so this is going to put the pressure on Sinkovic and see what he can do, if he can actually defend from these guys. But De Bono now trying to make that final move on Groenewald to take P2 with only 3 minutes left to go in Heat 2. But again, Christensen, 8.2 second lead. I think this man needs some bricks in his car, or for us to loosen one of his wheel nuts or something, because he is just ridiculously quick in these cars. As we see the Maverick Sim Sport cars, Curtis Jackson, Nathan Kane battling away with Mark Cochran, and there's a spin. It was Wayne Edwards.
Oh no. Not good to see. You see Sam Katakasunis get in front of Steven Sinkovic and Matty Gerard over the bumper of him as well. Steve can hold his head very high though. He's still P1 for the rookies at the moment and doing a really good job battling around quicker drivers around him, so he'll be a very happy man at the moment. But he did get a bit of practice last night in F3s here at the Nürburgring, so he'll be very familiar with the layouts on the track.
Familiar with the layout, but a completely different beast of a car.
Yeah, just a lot more less aero and a lot more less horsepower, so just only a few seconds slower per lap.
Just a few seconds, not much in it.
Nah.
Nothing too serious.
He's doing a really good job keeping Matty Gerard behind him. To see the Maverick cars of Nathan Kane and Curtis Jackson. Curtis Jackson is the lead at the moment for the AMC in the series of the 86s. So he's got a lot of battling on ahead of him, because Mark Cochran is currently ahead. Same thing with Matty Gerard as well. So probably a little bit further back to where he wants to be, but at least he has a teammate to work with for the next race.
Yeah, definitely. They're going to have to keep themselves together. Sinkovic is looking like he's going to lose another spot to Matty Gerard, but still great drive from him, up 7 spots. Great points. Dougie Grandpa Gowans, haven't heard too much about him tonight, but he's up 13, battling it away with Wilkinson up 10, and Dan Patouche down 7 right on their tail. So this will be a great battle to keep an eye on as well. We are in the final minute here of Heat 2, and there will be one feature race to go, as Jamie Christensen is just showing us what he does in these cars. I think this man has said since these cars have come out, he's probably racked up a couple of... Oh, Gowans and Peter Wilkinson side by side getting a bit of door banging. Patouche could have committed.
Yeah, I think Dan Patouche was a little bit too far back there to commit. We're seeing Sam Katakasunis on the outside of Matty Gerard. Matty Gerard's doing a really good job to battle out with the current leader at the moment in the championship. So he'll be holding his head very high at the moment and made a beautiful move and up a position. Just trying to creep away from the cars behind, because a couple more had joined the pack. You see Dan Patouche is battling out with the lock on.
He just lost a spot from Wilkinson, mate. Wilkinson got the move done, move himself up into P11. Now Grandpa Gowans has just got to hold this out and he'll get that P10 finish.
Yeah, he'll be very happy with the recovery, Dougie. He unfortunately had a no
contact with Patouche and Wilkinson. Mark Turner and Cameron Edwards. Great drive from Edwards starting on pole. Only down 6 spots after unfortunate contact. Gallo, though, is fighting with Groenewald through tooth and nail all the way to the end of this race.
Yeah, it just proves how crucial it is to get away from the toads. We see Jamie Christensen has taken the checker flag. He has won once again. That's his second win for tonight, and he'll be a very happy man currently. Dylan De Bono coming across the finish line in P number 2, with Jack Ronwald rounding out his second podium for the night, with the kitten of David Gallo and the locked on of John McHenry rounding out the top 5. So I think all those boys will be very, very happy with the battles on track tonight.
Yeah, they were fantastic battles, and I'd just like to say thanks to everyone to sticking with us through some of those technical difficulties we had through the first race. But we kept pushing to make sure we could get the rest of this broadcast up and running and continuing. Yeah, everybody give Sheafy a huge clap for carrying not just the broadcast, but also me through the first race. And also give yourselves a massive clap for sticking around and supporting all these awesome drivers out here. That was a great race, Sheafy. I missed a lot of the first one, but it sounded like from your call, mate, that the racing was just as exciting. So I hope that did come across on the broadcast. We are going to have a 10-minute break, I believe. Hopefully we can get some of the drivers down here to have a chat with us while we wait for our feature race to go live. There will only be one more race here this evening to see who is crowned King of the Nürburgring GP ring.
I'll try and see if we can pinch the winner of heat number 1 and heat number 2 of Jamie Christensen into the lobby. Try and see if we can get him in. Just give me 10 seconds, I'll sort it out.
Oh, Sheafy's run off to the open chat to see if he can grab anyone. Just waiting for these results to light up on the screen to see where everybody was locked in. Let's say a huge shout out to Shannons Insurance for allowing us to put on this fantastic series of racing, the GR86 Super Sprint Series. Has been a fan favourite as well as a driver favourite. It does look like the results are locked in now. And we will see Jamie Christensen for Vermilion Motorsports taking out P1 for a second time. Dylan DeBono for Velocity Sim Labs in P3. P2 and Jack Groenwald in P3. So great, outstanding show for all of our drivers.
And while we say it as well, we do have heat number 1 and heat number 2 winner of Jamie Christensen in the chat, mate. How was it out there tonight so far?
Well, for me, it was pretty calm, except with the second race. I had to get through pretty quickly. But the first race, I got pretty lucky. Jack and Dylan were fighting a decent amount, so I could just pull away. So that was nice. And I think that happened in the second race as well. So yeah,
you definitely benefit from the battles behind you. Unfortunately, they lost a fair bit of time fighting for P2 rather than working as a team to try and catch up to you. Obviously, you unfortunately lost the lead in the championship, and obviously trying to get it back tonight. What's your thoughts after last week coming into this week?
I think last week it was just unlucky. The first race I came second. And then the second race, my game crashed. And then the third race, I had a penalty.
Yeah,
so
obviously.
I think it was just a bit unlucky.
Yeah, obviously a bit of unlucky and a bit of up and down. But what do you do? Obviously, what do you change your mindset coming into this week? You know, you had a bit of a down week to try and pep yourself back up, or you just do the same thing every week.
Nah, I'm here for fun. I'm not really too bothered if I have a bad week. Just trying to win and have fun.
We can definitely see that you're having fun out there, and obviously it's proven a lot out there on track that just not obviously letting yourself down after an unfortunate week, that you just come back and just smash it out the park again. So congratulations so far for tonight, and we're looking forward to see what you can do in heat number 3.
Yeah, I'm looking forward for heat number 3. Everyone's actually at the front, so you might see a pack at the front.
Now, it'll be very interesting to see what happens, and yeah, looking forward to see what you can do.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nobody else wants to talk to us today, Sheafy.
Oh, sorry. You'll probably see him on the podium anyway.
No, I mean nobody else wants to. We still got bloody 8 minutes, mate. You know what? I'm gonna.
Okay.
Hey, Spinovich.
Good man.
Hey, mate. You didn't do much spinning, but I tell you what. At one point, you're up in P12, mate. Then you had a train of 4 drivers barreling down on the back of you. How were you feeling at that point?
No, it was all good, man. I thought I'd fight them for a bit, and then I thought, like, you know what? I wasn't sure, but I think I was in the lead position, so I thought I don't want to take the chance and screw something up. I'll let them pass me and just hang on the back of them and take the draft. But I'm assuming I finished first, and yeah, it wasn't too bad. It was good. It wasn't. It's my first saying.
You finish first in the veterans every week, mate. Every week.
Well, first in the rookies is my first actual podium for SRW since I've started racing, but I thought it would feel good, but yeah.
Why? Come on.
I know.
Congratulations.
It was all right. It was. Now I just got to get upper class.
Upper class. I just wanted to actually have a look at where you did end up finishing 14th. Yeah, you did. You took out first in the rookies this evening tonight, mate.
So far.
Yeah, so far. Yeah, well, yeah, for that race, you've still got one more to go.
Yeah, I think I've got 4th and 1st so far, and I need the points because Matthew is. I think he's a bit. I think I was in 2nd in the ladder, or 3rd. I might have dropped the 3rd from last week, but yeah, points are critical against him trying to get up there with however many races we've got left. 4 races left. It would be nice to have a title to my name.
Yeah, would.
Whether it's a reject title or not.
Give yourself.
Just
shout yourself a trophy.
Well, yeah. Could be a special one.
Yeah.
Well, I can sit there with all my other soccer trophies at my mum and dad's because that's where they all are at the moment. But it's all good, man.
Yeah, I think Dino will be a bit jealous if he get a trophy.
Yeah, I think he would be. Not that he'd bloody know, because he's a bit absent-minded these days. I think he's finally got his computer today that ShiBBy's built for him. Our very first Sim Racing World PC. And he's got that, and he goes, "This is awesome."
All the way from Brisbane to Victoria with not a scratch. I think.
Oh, mate, the packing was sensational. Dean said it's the best packing he's seen.
Oh, man.
Very professional.
I've worked in the game for a long time.
Well, the problem now is that I've got to go up there and plug in the video card for him and do and everything like that because he's got no idea. He rang me up and he's going, "Oh, what do I do now?"
Yeah,
and I'm like,
You could fly me down. That'd be fun. I'll fly down for a day.
Yeah, I'm sure you would. You'd love it. But anyway, yeah, it was a good race, good fun. I'm looking forward to the next race. Hopefully it can be clean. And I don't have any issues, but I got spun around the first one. The first one cost me a bit of time. I was hoping to be up in the top 3 for the first one, but I got spun around in one of the S's at the top of the hill. But anyway, good fun. I hope the guys are putting on an awesome show for you.
Yeah, the 86ers, I think we'd say Sheafy, I think have put on an awesome show every round. I don't think there has been a boring or a quiet round during the 86ers. So definitely fun to be here behind the broadcast.
Yeah. Before I go, I'd just like to, on behalf of the owners, the staff, and all the drivers at SRW, and the SRW community, wish the Edwards family all the best, and just let them know that we're all thinking about them. And our community is really strong in this league, and I don't think there was a dry eye in the chat as we completed our lap of honour for Wayne's dad.
Yeah, when I was trying to talk about it and let everybody know that what was happening, mate, I was definitely feeling it right in the heart, mate, for his family. Yeah,
we all do, and that's the amazing thing about this community. As far away as we are in the virtual world, we're pretty damn close by the hearts and minds of everyone that we race with and we chat to and participate with in Discord and on the track. But anyway, look, bring it back to a happier note. I had to fight Wayne off for a good portion of that race. But it was a lot of fun. Anyway, I'll let you guys go and have a blast for the rest of the call, and hopefully the action gets better.
Yeah, we will, mate. Thanks for joining us in the comms box, mate, and good
Cheers,
luck
gents.
in the feature race.
All right, and if anyone needs a PC, reach out to us. SRW PCs are hot. See you guys.
Nobody reach out to him. I know who builds them. The quality's terrible. No, but definitely if you guys want anything custom done with a computer, yeah, definitely reach out to admin at simracingworld.com.au, or reach out to one of us on Discord or in the chat. If you're not in the Discord, let us know if we can help you out with a custom PC. We build them to budget, and we use a fantastic shipping company that will definitely get it from here in Brisbane to anywhere across Australia without any damage. So do that if you need one. If not, enjoy the broadcast, because we are about a minute away before the grid starts again. It is a reverse top 5 grid here for our feature race. And a huge shout again to everybody joining us this evening. If you haven't hit that like button yet and have found yourself enjoying this broadcast, please do so now. It does go a long way to helping us continue to do what we do here on SRW TV. And also, excuse me, if you're not subscribed, get subscribed, because we are screaming towards 1,000 subscribers. Absolutely screaming there. And at 1,000 subscribers, we are giving away a sim rig valued at $1,800 to one lucky winner, thanks to John and the team of Racecraft Simulations. And mate, Sheafy, I tell you what, I think if you and I won it, we'd have to paper, scissors, rock to actually find out who wins it. Because I think if you win it, I think it's only fair we paper, scissors, rock for it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting new pedals, so it'll be awesome to have that and upgrade some new gear with some new rigs. So I'm looking forward to the raffle and see who's the lucky winner.
Maybe we need to give away some pedals, like to us. Maybe to you and I think.
I'll take it. I'll take it any day.
We need to get off these Logitech pedals and onto something decent. But the grid is up and running, and the boys will be sitting out now. John McHenry from the Locked On Lads team will be in pole position thanks to that top 5 reverse. Yep, reverse top 5. David Gallo will be sitting next to him in P2. Jack Groenwald, P3. Dylan DeBono, P4. Jamie Christensen will be the final, sitting in P5. Cameron Edwards did a phenomenal job, only losing 5 spots. Got himself with a P6 start in the feature. Mark Turner, Dylan Budzeni, Braden Martin, Doug Gowans will all round out your top 10. Peter Wilkinson and Matty Gerard will be the first 2 to follow that top 10. Sam Katakazunas, Stephen Sinkovich, Curtis Jackson, Mark Cochran, Dan Batouche, Nathan Kane, Callan Hodgkinson, Wayne Edwards, Ryan Price, Vic Bentvezelen. Yep, sure. We'll have to get him in the comms box to make sure we get that correct. Ty Delaney, Kevin Wakefield, David Simmons, Brendan Soper, Greg Johnson, who is Matthew Feely-Taylor, Daniel Winrow, Cam Hardwick, Daniel Byrne, Ryan Green, Tim Corn, Tyson McAvoy is our race control tonight. I think a couple of those guys didn't make it onto the grid. I don't know if I've seen Andrew Lydon out there, so may not have made it to the grid. Did get into the session though, but we are just about to go green racing here for our feature race tonight for your Shannons Toyota GR86 Nationals. Great to see no safety cars needed. The 86s are one of those series where the drivers love to get out here. They love a bit of door banging, but I tell you what, it is super respectful racing.
Definitely is, and obviously tonight has proved with no safety car they're doing the correct things on track, making sure they keep it nice and clean and tidy. It's been saying that as well. It is very very nice to have a track with open space with no tight walls, so that does help when someone goes off. They don't bounce straight back onto the track. But we are under 30 seconds to go. John McHenry will be taking the lead ahead of everyone else, and he would definitely want to make sure that he can try and get away from the battle pack as soon as possible, because that is where you get the massive benefit.
Yeah, he's
as
also,
Jamie Christensen has shown.
yeah, that's what I was about to say. He's also going to have Christensen and De Bono hot on his tail, as well as Groenwald. And I tell you what, David Gallo's really picked up some pace in these 86s. So essentially, this top 10 is anybody's game. All 10 of them are super quick up the front. So can't wait to see how this final 20 minutes goes. As it says up the top of the Nurburgring there, sheer driving pleasure. Tell you what, I think the boys tonight are having absolute blast out there. The grid is set. Lights are up. 5 lights. And we are green racing. Oh, big stomp from everybody out there. Everybody bogged those 86s down trying to get off a good start. Lots of cars 3x3 down into turn 1. Keep it clean, gentlemen. Good move from everybody. Oh, a couple of cars that look like Gallo and De Bono just pushing each other wide there off the first corner.
No, Jack had a really good start to take the lead at the moment in turn 3, but it's a very, very tight start at the moment with a few cars being side by side, just probably not in the position that they want to be, you know, when stuck on the outside of a corner, but they kept it nice and clean. I haven't seen a car in the top 10 spin around, so it's good to see so far.
Yeah, I'm glad you said in the top 10 because I did try and catch it, but it did look like there was a few people in the backpack there that did end up facing around the wrong way on turn 2, but it looks like they managed to get themselves around and ready to go. Mark Turner setting the best sector so far of sector 1 with a 20.37, so he's really starting to put the pressure on early. Hopefully it's not too much and he doesn't burn those 86 tyres out, although it is 20 minutes, so...
No, I did have a bit of it. Oh no, Jack. Don't know if that was contact there or just...
huge car just shot off the side through the sand trap there, manages to miss the concrete barriers. It's the Maverick Sim Sport car coming down on screen now. Bit rough start for some of the drivers. It looks like they're starting to settle in as Gallo down the inside of McHenry with De Bono on the outside. This is 3 wide. Let's keep an eye on those brake lights. De Bono did have the lead in there. McHenry down the side of Gallo. Didn't have to drop out as much as he did, but definitely kept a lot of space just in case those curbs get a little unsettled. That will throw the cars.
Yeah, I think they got to work as a team. They got to try and help Dylan out a bit and try and push him closer to Jamie to make Jamie stuck in the battle pack and battle for P1. Because the last thing you want to do is a repeat of the previous 2 heats and just allow Jamie to go on a Sunday cruise all by himself. And you see Cameron Everett just trying to make a position on Jack. He's gone for the outside, but Jack decided to go deep into the inside and make his position on Mark Turner.
Yeah, a lot of battling. You can see on the timing table if I turned it on. How close everybody is over these first 2 laps. Keep an eye on everyone. Christensen already out in P1, mate. He's already up those 4 positions. He's already 1.2 seconds in front of De Bono and still pushing away. De Bono's going to have to worry about Gallo, who's only a second behind him with McHenry 0.5 of a second on the back of him. Turner's only 0.3. Groenweld's only 0.6. Edwards 0.4. Martin 0.2. So there is everybody lining up within the first top 10. Christensen just gone through and set the fastest sector 1 with a 41.35. So he's really starting to push now. Sector 2 was De Bono setting the best one with a 20.13. So if De Bono can keep up that pace, he might pull the back of Christensen, but I tell you what, it is going to be hard to catch him.
Yeah, Jamie's a very skillful driver and doesn't make regular errors out there, as we see Jack trying to make an inside move off Mark Turner for another position, but just a little bit too far behind. So Mark is have it a little bit easy at the moment, just keeping Jack behind, but he's doing an awesome job at the moment. He's currently the quickest AM drivers out there at the moment and showed a lot of pace tonight. You see Jack try to go on the inside here, and he's made the move done, so unfortunately Mark let go of that position, but then if he sticks to the toe, he'll be able to battle out and maybe have a sneaky podium depending on what happens ahead of him.
Sneaky podium, you reckon, mate, as we jump back a little bit further. Good battle pack here with Gerard, Batouche, Cochrane. Gerard just went down the inside of Batouche, and now Batouche is going to be hassled by Cochrane. They've got to be careful here. Batouche could lose quite a lot of spots because on the back of him is Hodgkinson. We know Hodgkinson's no slouch in this middle pack either.
Yeah, definitely got a fair bit of pace up his sleeve, but there's so many cars battling out side by side at the moment. To come into turn one, Dan Batouche deciding whether to go for the move ahead, but he had to defend for the inside with Mark Cochrane, and Mark Cochrane made a really good challenge at the moment, but unfortunately stuck on the outside here, which allowed Callum Hodgkinson to try and make a move on the two of them as well. And we just see a slower driver in the inside contact with Hodgkinson. I'm not 100% sure wide, or he's upside down.
This could be our first safety car. Oh, Hodgkinson's been clipped as well. I just saw, yep, Greg Johnston may have clipped Hodgkinson on the way through there. Hodgkinson did look to be sitting still. We will see if we get a safety car. Might get a request to tow, as this is a longer track, so it's easier for them to get that car off track as we move forwards with Wilkinson and Matty Gerard starting to battle it out again. This is for P11, with Dylan Bazzeni just in front of them.
Doing a really good job gaining another position. That is a really difficult pack to drive against. Peter Wilkinson and Dan Batouche are very quick and show that they can battle out day in, day out. They're just really stuck together like glue, aren't they, ShiBBy? Just definitely not ripping away from each other, just completely condensed all the way through.
Yeah, we do see this with the changes between the reverse top 10 and reverse top 5. It really actually makes great battles out there.
See Braden Martin, the newcomer for tonight. He's battling out with his series leader, Sam Katakazunas, for a top 8 position. Sam's unfortunately had a bit of a yo-yo night tonight. He's not the strongest he's had, so he definitely wants to make sure he gains as many positions as possible to stick as close as Jamie. As we see Dylan De Bono at the moment with the quickest lap time with a 2:18.252. So that's 2:10 quicker than Jamie Christensen, but I believe he might have a little bit of a toe to help him out there. But these drivers here, they're just making sure that they stick with the drivers ahead of them. And see Jack coming to turn one on the inside of the Kittens Racing of Gallo. Made the move stick really cleanly as well, so he was very confident there, and now he's back onto the podium, so he'll be a very happy man, but he's got a massive task to try and catch up to the 2 cars ahead of him.
Yeah, he definitely does, mate. De Bono and Christian really started to cap this race out. It shows both the pace. It's great to see De Bono maybe starting to close the gap on Christensen. Christensen definitely hasn't pushed it as far out as he would. De Bono now got the best sectors in Sector 2 and Sector 3. So he is pushing hard to try and catch the back of De Bono. Some great battles going on in the back here with the Kittens Racing team of Daniel Byrne. We've also got Cam Hardwick and Steven Sinkovich all involved in this battle, with Wayne Edwards just off the back of him.
Yeah, Steven knows it. As he's battling for position here as well, but he's currently still leading the rookie class, so he'll be very happy at the moment in the position that he's in, but he does got a massive task with 3 skilled drivers behind trying to make a move on him. As you see Cam Edwards, not Cam Edwards, Cam Hardwick trying to make a move, but that allows Daniel Byrne to also have a bit of a just a little bit of a peak, but he didn't commit to it, so I wouldn't be surprised in the next lap or so that the position shuffles between these three drivers.
Yeah, probably not. The battling is super, super close. It's what we've come to expect from our 86 drivers as we see Byrne and Hardwick and Sinkovich going 3 wide. Byrne is going to make the move stick and get around them. Edwards now trying to come up the side of Sinkovich. Sinkovich getting a pretty good run down there. Hope he doesn't let them through. Sinkovich, Sinker. Race him, mate.
No, I think he knows he's just got to keep it nice and clean, and that's what he's doing. Just try not to make an error. Let them battle, let them make mistakes, and if we get those positions back, you will see Dan Batuz all over the back of Curtis Jackson for P11. Had a bit of a run coming out of the last corner, but he's stuck on the outside coming to turn 1, shall I say. Not many drivers have made the outside work very well, so it'll be interesting to see what happens here. Dan broke a little bit earlier. He's gone for a bit of a crisscross move, but unfortunately a little bit drifting wide there, which allowed Mark Cochran to have a bit of a taste of the pie for another position, but the 3 cars maintain their positions as is.
Great battling there. So Christensen now pushed out the best sector on the last lap. Pushed out the best lap on the last lap. So he's starting to pull from De Bono again. But they're still within that second, so it could be extremely close towards the end of this race. As we see Cam Hardwick trying to catch the back of Daniel Byrne.
Daniel Byrne doing a really good job, just gaining a few positions along the way. So I think same as Cam Hardwick, he's up a few positions as well currently in this race. But it's just the pecking order for 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and also for P3 as well. They're just so close with each other. Anything can happen. And I'm being intrigued to see later on in the race. We are 11 minutes in, 9 to go. I'll be interested to see if anyone can capitalise on the battles.
Yeah, I think we will see some capitalisation as we jump back up to P7. Look at this battle in front of Grandpa Gowan. So Grandpa Gowan sitting in P7 right now. In front of him, Cameron Edwards, John McHenry, David Gallo, Jack Groenewald. This is a full-on battle for P3 with 5 drivers involved.
Braden Martin had a really good exit off the chicane, got ahead of Doug Gowan coming into the last corner, but looked like the kid of David Gallo unfortunately had a very unlucky exit, which he lost 1 position. Now he's going to lose the 2nd position coming into turn 1, so very unfortunate there. But it just proves how critical it is in the battle to make one slight mistake and you lose a lot of positions.
Yeah, it's going to be they got to be very careful as we see Gallo trying a very interesting maneuver through that corner there. See if he can get a sweeping run out of the 2nd one. Didn't quite get it. Has closed that gap on Grandpa Gowans though. So this is going to get extremely close, and Groenewald's going to have to watch his back with Mr. Consistent of John McHenry just in view right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure behind Jack. There's a lot of class drivers just on the bumper, just trying to make a move, but Jack doing a really good job. He's keeping it nice and clean, picking the right line, but it's just be interesting to see what John does here. He just decides to stay behind him. He knows that this is not the corner to make the overtake. If he gets a good exit, he'll be able to make an opportunity coming into the next corner. This will be the quick left to right and decided to back out a bit, which was the right decision. He knew that he didn't have enough room to make a move. As we see, that Doug Gowans on the outside trying to make a move on Cam Edwards. No, sorry, it was actually a different driver.
It's Braden Martin and Cam Edwards there, mate. But Dougie Gowan's now starting to show the nose as well. You can see just in front of him how close Cam Edwards and Martin are. This is one battle.
Yeah, I got a little bit confused there. Obviously, first time seeing Braden Martin out on the field, he had a bit of blue, so I thought that was Doug. As we see Doug now on the outside of Cam Edwards. It'll be interesting to see what happens here. They go side by side. No, Doug decided to back. Oh, he didn't back out. He'd gone fully committed on the inside here, but Cam Edwards had a really good exit off the chicane. Coming to the last corner, he has the lead ahead of Doug, and David Gallo just once again capitalising on that mistake of Doug Gowan, and unfortunately didn't make the best exit there, and Doug Gowan got back ahead of David Gallo. But this is just awesome battles here with all four cars keeping it nice and clean.
Yeah, it sure is, man. If you actually have a look, McHenry and Martin now have pulled away from this battle, and they're going to start fighting their own battle. But if we look back, it's also brought Matty Gerard and Dylan Bodzemi into this battle, so it went from a 5-way battle to a 6-way battle. So if for some reason McHenry and Martin drop back, as Bodzemi is around, he's got a bit of space, should be able to get up going again without losing too many positions.
Just so unlucky there. I believe if he watched the replay, he'll put the blame on you there, ShiBBy. Bit of commentator curse there.
No, it's drive error, mate.
But there's 5 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen, so that's roughly 2 to 3 laps depending on where the leaders are on track. We see Daniel Byrne in P14 doing a really good job, gaining a lot of positions. Currently up 17.
He's our biggest mover tonight, mate. 17 positions gained.
No, he's doing a really good job at gaining those positions. Unfortunately, I believe he was not in the first race. No, he was down a lap. No, he wasn't in the first race, so he had to start from the very back and of the second race, and the same thing as the last race. So it's good to see him moving up on the field. As we see Cam Edwards battling out still with the kitten of David Gallo, but had a really good exit there and defended his position really well. But David Gallo just tried to sneak in, but Cam Edwards, a brilliant move there, shut the door on him, kept it nice and clean. And now just trying to regain a bit more time with Doug Gowan and Jack Gronwald further ahead of them.
It's going to be a cracker of a race to the end. So Christensen has done it. He has gapped DeBono. DeBono was doing well to keep up. I don't know, maybe DeBono's made a small mistake somewhere, but Jamie Christensen for Vermilion Motorsports absolutely gapping out. DeBono now back to 6 seconds into P2. Solid drive though for Dylan DeBono for Velocity Sim Labs. Definitely can't say that he didn't deserve where he is right now. John McHenry, Mr. Consistent, is battling it away with Braden Martin, which I actually believe is his teammate. That is another Locked On Lads livery, but my trading paints is not working properly. So it's not updated, but Gronwald is on the back of them now. So we could see this battle pack turn into a 6 or 7-way battle.
Yeah, we see the battle for P3, John McHenry and Braden Martin. Unfortunately, have lost a fair bit of time because that allowed the others behind to catch up and now have to draft. So Jack is now all over the back with Braden Martin. He is a very experienced driver. At the moment in the G86s, he's very consistent, fighting up for the top 5 position, but Braden's doing a really good job. Just keeping his line nice and clean. I believe that he'll be trying to help John McHenry out as much as possible. It's just Jacko for the inside, and what a move that was!
Time that to perfection there. Hasn't quite got the full run he wanted out of that corner, but I tell you what a move in the making there.
That was so clean. Like, he just saw the gap and went for it and committed, and obviously good thing that Braden has kept his door wide open because he had a really good exit coming out of that corner, so he must be very confident on the exit speed in the 86. But this battle is just on, man. Like Doug Gowan, Cam Edwards, David Gallo all in the battle as well. It'll be interesting to see what happens in the last 2 minutes of the race.
Oh, see how the Locked On Lads are going too wide down into here to try and stop. That is great teamwork to stop Gronwald from getting through on McHenry. But if you have a look there, Martin and McHenry traded positions through the S's. Great use of teamwork defending because Groenwald is moving extremely quick. Last lap from McHenry was a 2:20.61. Groenwald was, 2:21.03, and Groenwald was a 2:20.36. So Groenwald definitely really starting to put the pace on. Look at Dougie Gowan's on the outside there, using all that slip advantage as he's around.
Oh no.
I really am getting blamed for commentator's curse tonight, Sheafy. It's going to happen. I'm not even saying sorry.
Unfortunately, Doug just not having the best of nights at the moment, but John McHenry is still battling out with Jack for P4. Braden Martin just creeping a little bit further away, so he's very beneficial with the battle at the moment. But yeah, just a lot of battles at the moment. Unfortunately, Doug just lost a couple of positions down to P8, but he's still ahead of Sam Katakazunas. So he'll be still happy with a top 10 finish. But John McHenry here trying to put Jack under a lot of pressure, and that was Kevin Wakefield out in no man's land. Not 100% sure what happened there,
Looked
but
like he was having a good battle with, from what I could see on the time, he's had with Vic Benvetzlin. Might have been pushing the car a little too hard, and he just shot himself off the track. Why did I just see Katakazunas falling through the timing table?
No.
He was the championship leader, doesn't need this on the final lap. He was going to get himself some good points. Has now lost 3 extra positions after a short spin. But the battle is going to be here to find out who's going to finish. Oh, Groenwald's going to get around them. Groenwald's managed to get himself up into P4. Gallo's also gotten around McHenry. This is an interesting finish. Martin, though, the Locked On Lads driver, has got himself up into 3rd. But Jamie Christensen for Vermilion Motorsports will take a 3 from 3 here tonight. And Dylan DeBono will do the same in P2. Great drive from Braden Martin. Locked On Lads definitely was trying to get his teammate. You can see the movement of Groenwald trying not to get McHenry get the run. What a great finish here.
That's really good. Just the battle was on. Groenwald just finishing in P4 with David Gallo on the back of them for P5. John McHenry unfortunately lost out on that battle pack down in P6 with Matty Gerard just sneaking up to P7. He kept it very quiet like a silent assassin and managed to get himself up to P7, so well done for him there. Dougie Gowans in P8 followed by Curtis Jackson in P9. And round out the field was plus 21 positions for, not field, but top 10 was Dylan Byrne up 21 positions. So we'll be very, very happy after unfortunately missing out in the first 2 races.
Yeah, definitely. Great drive here in the third race. Should be pretty stoked with the effort that he's put in and where he's finished. So I think all the drivers here tonight should be extremely happy. Going to see who our we know who our overall round winner is again.
Yeah, I've got a gut feeling is Jamie Christensen
Just
and
a little
Dylan
gut feeling?
DeBono.
You think?
Yeah,
you
just a
think
little
it's
gut
just-
feeling those two are P1 and P2.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I think so.
So it's going to be interesting now, I suppose, to see who falls into P3. So, but yeah, definitely gut feelings that Jamie Christensen has taken the round win and Bono is going to be in P2. So we're just waiting for the results to hit our screens so we can tell you who did land in P3.
But we do got to say congratulations to a lot of the AM drivers battling with the pros. You know, Matty Wright up P7, Curtis Jackson up P9, Dylan Bedzini up to P11. I'd be very happy with that, with Wayne Everidge finishing P14 for the rookie, so congratulations on that. He'll be very stoked with that result in the last race.
Right, overall.
Oh, that was for the
Overall
feature
finish.
race.
Yeah, overall finish. Not just for the rookies, he finished overall in P14 as a rookie driver. So, yeah, solid drive. You want some waiting music, mate?
Oh, mate, put some elevator music on, mate. I love it so much.
Put elevator music on. We play the music from Rocket Unlimited. If you hear any of this music anytime during the broadcast and you want to go check them out, they are called Rocket Unlimited over on Spotify. It is copyright and royalty-free music, so feel free to go right ahead and use it on your own streams if you do enjoy it.
Alright, the results are up. Unfortunately, the points hadn't been updated yet, ShiBBy.
The results are up. I don't see that on my end. Hang on. Give me a refresh.
Just quickly recap it. It was Jamie Christensen almost making the clean sweep. The only thing that he didn't win was practice. So he won qualifying heat number 1, heat number 2, and the feature. So he'll be very happy with that one. Dylan DeBono finished in P2 with Braden Martin, the newcomer for the G86 League, finishing in P3. Jack Grunwald in P4, followed by David Gallo in the Kitten Motorsport in P5. John McHenry in P6, followed by Matty Gerard in P7. Beaten teammate Doug Galvin in P8. Curtis Jackson in P9, followed by Daniel Byrne in P10. With Dylan Baldini in P11, Cameron Everett in P12. Sam Catakalunas in P13, Ryan Everett P14. Peter Wilkinson finished in P15, followed by Vic. Difficult name. Ben Valden in P16.
Chiefy, you can do it.
Oh, man, difficult. P17 was Winrow, followed by Philly Taylor in P18, Kevin Wakefield in P19, and rounding out the top 20 was Steven Sinkovich in P20.
Alright, mate, the points are locked in. Taking out the round win tonight is Jamie Christensen from Vermilion Motorsports on 180 points. Dylan DeBono from Velocity Sim Labs will take out P2 on 172 points, but only just shy behind him by 4 points. In third place is Jack Groenwald. So that is our overall podium here tonight. So what a solid race from them all.
No, really good. I'll send a message in to get P3 of Jack.
I don't know who he is on Discord. Is he? Must be Jack 48A, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
All right. If Jack doesn't come, you know what we can do? We can have a chat to Braden because he definitely had a great race tonight. Definitely deserves to have a chat with him. Seems we can't chat to Mr. John McHenry. So we'll start with Braden Martin from the Locked On Labs team, mate. Welcome to the podium.
Hey, how you going, boys?
No, good mate, good mate. It's obviously good to see you join us tonight. Your first ever round in the G86s for this season. How was it out there for you tonight?
Yeah, it was pretty tricky. I love this track specifically, but I haven't really raced the 86. So the first couple of races I was very timid and trying to sort of understand how big the car is and what you can and can't do when you're racing with someone, because yeah, like I said, I haven't really raced before in this one, so yeah.
I mean, for a man to say that he's never raced it before and battle out with all the pros around you, you've done a phenomenal job, mate. What is your expertise car?
More open wheelers, slow open wheelers. Been driving I was pretty handy in the Skip Barber for a little while when that was popular. And then, yeah, I've been driving the Formula Ford a bit, just in the FFA E-Series. And yeah, it's about all I've really been driving, and a little bit of the GTP, but I'm pretty average in that, to be honest.
Now, obviously, you know, to normally race open wheels, to come into a closed wheel category and finish P3 in the feature. And I believe you also as well top 5 in the points as well for tonight. You've done a phenomenal job, mate, and I think you should hold your head very high for that.
Yeah, cheers, appreciate it. While I'm here as well, if I could just give a quick apology to Callan Hodgkinson, who I tapped on the straight in the second race. Sam in front of me came back on the track, and not knowing the width of these cars, I tried to move out of the way and onto the right and just tagged the rear of him. So apologies to him for making a bit of a mess of that. But yeah, apart from that, it was pretty good racing. It's very hard to pass in these cars. It's very different style of racing. So hopefully I can do a couple more rounds and get a bit more of a hang of it.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to see what you can do in the next round. But who would you like to thank for tonight's race?
Yeah, just thanks you guys for organising the series. From what the other guys have said, they seem to be enjoying themselves. So that's why I sort of thought I'd pop in and join the guys. Obviously, shout out to the Locked On lads. If you want to help them out, I know Wilco and Vic, who are racing tonight, are doing the Shitbox Rally. So they're trying to raise money to be able to enter that competition, or sort of it's a fun rally. But so if you head over to the Locked On Lads Discord, and you'll be able to find any information you need to help support the guys. I'm sure they'd really appreciate it.
You can actually find it in our Discord. It's actually in our Discord under what's it called? Gosh, I've totally forgotten. Under Good Cause and Charity in Announcements, the Locked On Lads link is up in there. So go over there, click on it, and go help them support out. They're a great bunch of dudes. Also go check them out on Twitch, because I tell you what, sometimes when I drop in, these guys are an absolute masterclass of words to listen to them race together.
I don't think anyone's ever said Wilco is a masterclass with his words, but I'm sure he'd appreciate it anyway.
It's great when you're all in there as a team, mate. It's good to hear the teams, how they get along together, mate. So you sound like a great bunch of dudes, and I love everything that you and the team support. So, mate, good on yous for doing that, and congratulations on a great drive tonight, mate. We look forward to seeing you back out here on the track.
Cheers, appreciate it. Have a good night.
All right, that was our feature third place. We haven't been able to get our
official
third place. Yeah, official third place. So what we'll do is we'll quickly get a quick shot of his car up on screen. Third place, Jack Groenwald. What a great drive out there tonight. Congratulations, mate. Well deserving of that third place. One day we will get a chance to talk to you, but moving on, we will be moving on to second place overall here tonight, Mr. Dylan De Bono, my idol.
Oh, is he my idol?
Is he, mate? I can't get away from the place.
I love talking to him.
No, you're my idol.
No, mate, you've got that confused, mate.
No. We could be each other's idols.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, I've got a little shrine set up in my little walk-in wardrobe here with a piece of your hair that I got from one of your race meets, and yeah, it's just that's how much I idolize you, mate. Mate, what a race! Apart from Christensen showing us the bloody speed that he's got in these things, mate, you kept it clean and battled your way through and got out in that second place spot, and that was all she wrote, pretty much.
Yeah, I had the pace early on. I was there with Jamie. I think I had something for him there. Then through the chicane, 2 laps in a row, I got to slow down, which ruined it for me.
Is that why? Because we noticed in the feature race, you were just about half a second off the back of him. Then we were watching a battle towards the back, and then we looked back up the front, and you dropped to 2 seconds, and we were like, something's happened. But I couldn't see any off tracks or anything from you, so just a slowdown. Mate, that is super unfortunate, because I tell you what, you were looking really, really clean out there tonight.
Yeah, I knew I had something there for him. Maybe I don't know. It's right to catch someone, but then you got to pass someone, and that's the thing. I was just trying to line up there, and then I just pushed a little bit too hard through the chicane and clobbed the curb and got a slow down, which killed the momentum, killed my tyres, killed everything.
Right, so that curb was a bit of a killer tonight. Actually, I think we did see quite a few people copping some self-spins through there as well. So, bit of a tough one in the 86s, mate.
Yeah, it's so different to when we were here last night for the F3. If you touched that, man, you were dead. But this car, if you hit it, you got to just drive on the other side of the sausage curb, and it's good, you know. So it's just adjusting to that. Was a big one for me.
Well, mate, I tell you what, you're definitely deserving of you take out the round second place, not just feature second place. You're also taking out the round, mate. So congratulations. I just want to get the overall championship standings up now and sort of see where that's plonked you guys, if it has updated for us. And it has, mate. You've still got yourself locked in at the moment in provisional P3 in the championship points on 833. Somehow this evening, even with Sam's not the greatest show of driving tonight, he's only 20 points off you still, so not too far away, mate. So keep driving, get back out there next week, and you're still in that running, buddy, for the championship point, because Christensen's only 60 points off you as well. So all you got to do is catch him and get past him. It's simple, right?
Mate, you make it sound like it's an easy job, mate, but you know, I'll hustle and bustle a little bit and I'll get by him. I'll win the championship.
Well, mate, we love watching you race every week, and I'm sure all the sponsors on your car love seeing you out there driving all over our broadcast, mate. So it is now your turn to shout out all those sponsors that keep you and your team out here racing.
Yeah, shout out to the Velocity Sim Lab guys. Without them, wouldn't have been up the front. Original Digital Design, Hitter Race YouTube. You guys for putting on the stream, SRW for hosting the event. And also, if anyone is looking to sponsor a race kart for 2024, we're looking for people for the XL series, for the National series, if anyone wants to come on board.
Oh, you want to get some real life sponsorship happening, mate, for next year, do you?
Yeah, you know, racing in real life isn't cheap at all, and yeah, we're going to go big next year and try and get the job done.
Yeah, nice, mate. Well, good luck, and don't forget to be posting some of your real life racing stuff up in the Discord as well. We love seeing some of that stuff, mate. So congratulations again tonight, and we will see you out here again next week.
No worries. Cheers, guys.
So we are bringing back Jamie Christensen. He was in here in the warm-up after dragging him in from winning heat number 1 and heat number 2. But congratulations, Jamie, for taking out the feature as well. You had a bit of a challenge with the Bruno early on in the race, but you just managed to keep it nice and clean and drive away from him.
Yeah, he was a bit quick in that one. He was scaring me, so I tried driving away, but that wasn't working, and I think he was pretty quick in the chicane, but I got the time back in the first corner, so it was pretty even around the whole track. But yeah, got a bit lucky with him getting 2 slowdowns.
Yeah, I did see that the quickest lap between yourself and De Bono was only 5,000ths of a second difference, so you did beat him to that one, so he was very competitive, but obviously yeah, just so good at the start. You launched it really well and put yourself in a really good position from the get-go. Obviously, you'll be very delighted with 3 victories tonight. What was going through your mind at the first lap?
Getting to the front as quickly as possible was going through my mind, which I think I did get on the first lap. I don't remember, but yeah, that was about it for the first lap, and then just trying to run away from everyone.
You did a really awesome job, you know. You just showed that when everything goes the right way for you, you can definitely dominate on track. You're a force to be reckoned with, but going into next week, are you confident for next week?
I don't even know where we're at.
You don't need practice in the 86s anyway, so just close your eyes, don't look at it, and just turn up next week.
Will do.
No, we're at Willow Springs next week, so it's a pretty new track. I know a lot of drivers have not got the track yet, so that's why I asked the question. Have you raced it yet?
I don't have the track.
Ooh, so it might be a bit of a challenge for Jamie Christensen next week. I'm looking forward to it.
Maybe.
Definitely, congratulations for tonight. You almost took out everything. The only thing that Bruno took away from you was practice tonight, so not a full clean sweep, but who would you like to thank for tonight's race?
I'd like to thank Vermilion Motorsports for letting me in their team, and Burning Motor Group, Dr. Epoxy, Racelab Overlays, RSW Graphics, Supernova Motorsports, Moser Racing, and Hymo Setups for sponsoring Vermilion Motorsports.
Congratulations for tonight. You have taken the lead again in the championship. You're up by 40 points now, so obviously tonight was a really good night for you, and looking forward to see what you can do next week.
Yeah. Alright, thank you guys.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you.
I'm sure we'll talk to you again, buddy.
Oh, hopefully.
Yeah. Enjoy your Thursday.
You too.
All right, that was Jamie Christensen for Vermilion Motorsports. He will take out the round win this evening. Massive shout out to, of course, all the drivers for coming out tonight and putting on this fantastic show. Without them, we wouldn't have this amazing league as well as this broadcast. Huge shout out for everybody for joining us out there, watching along in the broadcast. Massive apologies for the technical difficulties through round one, but we definitely got it sorted thanks to Tyler carrying me on his shoulders. So thank you so much, Tyler, for stepping up there. And we did get it sorted. Huge shout out to, of course, our sponsors, Shannons Insurance for our naming rights sponsor, and of course Warren and Brown Tools for our round sponsor, Racecraft Simulations as our qualifying and best lap pole position sponsor, and all our other sponsors that help us run this amazing series. All their links are down in the description. Some have affiliate links. Make sure you use those discount codes to get yourself some money off your next purchases. I am Nathan ShiBBy Howard. Tyler Sheaf was the man that carried this broadcast this evening, and we're going to end this broadcast by saying stay safe and race hard.